What's up, guys? Welcome to part 2 of the whole review of the Jeff the Killer movie. You know, I'm gonna cover the rest of the movie right here and just continue on what I reviewed in the earlier part because you know, I don't know what I reviewed in the last part because this is just here, just in case it gets to go into a two-parter. So yeah, let's just get right back into the review. So apparently, the guy named Thomas, I didn't know that was his name, honestly. The guy that recorded all this stuff earlier, his name was Thomas. He sent in the footage to the police station and decided to review it, but decided to call him back later the next day, and he was gone. And if you guys know enough of you know, crime stuff or whatever, you guys know that guy isn't coming back. You know, he's probably gone. He's probably dead. But no, you know, he decided to go investigate the house in the video. I'm not sure where the house is, because you can't really see it, so it's hard to see. It's hard to see where they were going. I mean, they mentioned a street name, but they didn't really show the house, because even then the house was hidden like in the fucking woods. So anyways, they go to the house and they find charred remains of humans, and one of those humans had an SD card, because out of all things that can survive, a precious SD card is completely fireproof. They decided to review this next bit of unedited footage. You know, unedited footage. And yeah, you know, we're gonna take a look at it right now to finish this whole little movie off. So yeah, as we expected, he was captured again. Who would have known? And of course he films this shit, because of course he does. But don't worry, he still has his lucky flashlight, because, you know, we have to see shit too. They tied his legs up with jump rope, and the bastards even left his hand in grape jelly. Now his hand's gonna get super sticky. I guess fake blood wasn't in the budget. His mom's sure gonna be really pissed off when they find out what they did with that grape jelly. Why are his hands free? These captors are fucking idiots. They want these guys to escape. So yeah, our guy crawls through this shit stain until he finds a fake hand. Oh yeah, and he also finds one of the killers again. This time armed with a chainsaw, from what it sounds like. Oh, it's a blowtorch that sounds like a chainsaw. Odd. So now the protagonist is in what is implied to be a coffin or a bookshelf about to be burned. But we all know it's a bookshelf. Look at this shit.
Now's the time. Come on. Get in there. Put it right there, baby. Right there.
But now without him making his constipated noises again. So yeah, the quote burns him to death, and the film ends with 2 charred bodies, which are supposedly them. So now let's bring up the pink elephant in the room. Why was this called Jeff the Killer? What correlation did this movie have with the story? Well, there was none, but you know, I can't give you the answers. They wanted views. It's kind of what they call nowadays clickbait. This whole movie was a mess. The clips are just fucking, you know, they stopped becoming creepy and started becoming annoying because we wanted to follow the story, because there was actually some sort of like story going on between them. I know they were trying to go for a kind of a creepy vibe with this movie. You know, they wanted to show some random clips. It's like, that's creepy, dude, and then go back to the regular one. But it didn't work out very well because it wasn't scary to begin with, because those clips were, you know, they got in the way of an actual occurring story. You know, we wanted to keep following that story and not go back to the clips, because those clips added nothing to the story. I mean, if they added something to the story, then maybe those clips would have been useful. Another thing that hurts this little movie is the way it was filmed, because of just how like no one really knew what was going on in these stories, because the camera wasn't really focused on anything. It's kind of focused on everything else, and you know, we didn't get any clear, you know, sign of what was going on. That, and it was really dark for most of the scenes. You know, I get they wanted to go for a realistic view, like, okay, see, this is how actual darkness looks like. But here's the thing. If we can actually see what's going on, we're going to be a lot more creeped out. But if we can't see what's going on, it's going to be more like, you know, like, what's going on. That, and the guy can't hold the camera still, so that's going to be doubly, that's going to double the whole thing, like, of what's going on. We don't know what's going on, so we don't know what to be scared of. We just hear this guy breathing very erratically and running away and tripping over shit. No, we don't know what's going on. So yeah, the camera work was pretty bad. And the story is all over the place, with like a bunch of plot points happening with no segues towards them. Apparently he's running for 3 days because we have that one night, and he wanders off during the same night and loses his friends, which we still have no explanation to. Like, we don't know what happened to his friends there. I think we're left to assume that they probably got killed, but I mean, it'd be nice to know that, you know, it'd be nice to know that. but he never like actually explains what happens to him. He never like for someone that talks a bunch of what's happening in front of him, he doesn't really explain what happens to his friends. And as far as this goes, when it comes to being a true story, well, I can safely say, as like with other, found footage horror films that claim to be based on a true story, I can safely say that this is
#1 bullshit.
The scenarios are too fake to be actually believable, because we have these a 16 or 17-year-old kid. These kids can barely drive. They're barely old enough to drive, trying to buy a house for $15K. They're talking as if any teen has $15,000 in their pocket right there, ready to buy a house, to mortgage out a bunch of shit. It's a very unbelievable situation. However, I'm not going to go off on these kids for making this movie, because it's obvious that they kind of enjoyed making this video. They enjoyed making this movie because if you go on their channel, you see a whole bunch of other movies that they've made, and you can tell, that they actually like this stuff. However, this was just bad because it just kind of drifted off, and it was all over the place, and just kind of drifted off from the source material. But then again, the source material isn't that good anyways. That will about do it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I've been rather erratic with my upload schedules, because I think the last video like this actually took effort, was made a few weeks ago. Now it's the 8 booth one, and just a little update to that one. They've only actually made $1,000 since the last time I made that video, and that's probably a month ago. So, keep it going, 8 booth. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like down there if you guys think it deserves it. Hit the subscribe button down there if you want. I don't upload very daily, so just keep in mind for that. I don't upload very often. So yeah, give it a subscribe down there if you guys want. I'm not forcing you to do it, but yeah, I'm just saying that's an option. But yeah, as for me, I'll see you guys next time.